Hey everybody, Yankee here. Recently I've been doing a series of videos where I name what I think is the best and the worst current production handgun from each of the major manufacturers. So far I've done Smith & Wesson, I've done Ruger, I've done Glock, and today I want to do one of my favorites, Beretta. Now, in full disclosure here, the Beretta 90 series guns are my favorite semi-automatic guns, bar none. They're just my absolute favorite. And I like most of the 90 series guns. I like the 92s. I like the 96s especially, although they don't make many of those anymore. And I like the M9A1s, the A3s, the A4s, all of them. I like pretty much all of them. But I'm going to try not to let that influence my decision. Because if I had to say what's my favorite Beretta, well, I'm going to say it's a 92 or a 96 series gun. It's probably going to be a 92 Brigadier with a G-type conversion on it. That's probably my absolute favorite. But I'm not going to let that influence which one I say is best. Or at least I'm going to try not to as we go on here. So let's get into it here and let's talk about what is the best and what is the worst current production handgun from Beretta. Now, starting off with what is best, good news first. This one is a tough decision because, like I said, I really love the Berettas, especially the 90 series guns. But I think the best gun they make isn't one of their 90 series guns. It's actually from one of their different family of guns, and it's one of their polymer guns. I know, surprise, surprise, that I would think that their best gun is a polymer gun. But I think everybody out there has probably by now figured it out, especially if you've been watching my channel for a long time. I think the PX4 line of guns is the best gun they make. And there's one in particular that I think is the best. And there's a lot of the PX4 Storm variations now, more than there used to be, because now there's the collaborations with Langdon Tactical, etc. And it's one of those guns that I think is the best one. Now, I do like the full size and the compacts in the 40 that are offered. Those are great, but I don't think most people need 40, so I'm not going to allow the caliber to influence my decision of which one is best. Because I'm going to say I think the one that's best is the new PX4 Compact Carry 2. Now, this is one of the collaborations with Langdon Tactical, and it's not brand new, but it's one of the newer models they make. And this one has everything you need. It is the compact size. It's 15 rounds of 9mm. It has the rotating barrel, which really does make this a soft shooting gun. It's got the snag-free flush bobbed hammer on it. If you're someone that worries about hammer-fired guns snagging when you draw them, which I don't usually worry about that, but some people do. If you're worried about that, this doesn't have that problem because, like I said, the hammer's bobbed. It has a special finish on the slide that I really like. It's just an overall good looking and great functioning gun. It would make a awesome carry gun for anybody who was looking for a polymer carry gun but didn't like striker fired mechanisms. Now, this gun can be had in some models with a safety, but I do believe the Compact Carry 2 is just a decocker. It's a G-type, which I think is perfect because you got that decocking after you've loaded the gun, and then you've got double action, single action from there on out, just like you would most hammer-fired semi-automatics. But this one does not have the spur where you can cock it back for the first pull in single action, but I think that is a small trade-off to have the nice profile and the snag-free qualities of the gun. So I just think this is probably the best gun they sell right now. It is easily one of the best carry guns. It's one of the best polymer carry guns, period. When I ranked those the other day in a previous video, which I'll link in the upper corner here, you would see, if you watched it, that it ranked very high. And that's why I think that this is the best gun offered by Beretta. the best handgun. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't come in a 40 if you want that option. I do hope they eventually offer that for those of us that would want that option. But right now it's just in 9mm. But, you know, that's the most common carry round nowadays, and 40's kind of going away. That's why it's more important than ever that you join the Save the 40s Foundation. You know, the little scroll at the end, get your name on there. All you got to do is go over to my website and buy any Save the 40s merchandise. And there is a link somewhere in this video where you can go over to my shop and get some Save the 40s merchandise and add your name to the scroll at the end and help me save the 40 caliber, because like I said, I'm afraid it's going away. But like I said, that there is the number one, the best handgun that Beretta currently makes, the PX4 Compact Carry 2. And now that we've named that, let's move on to the worst gun Beretta currently makes. Well, you know, Beretta doesn't make the Pico anymore, or I'd say that. I have one of those things, and that little thing is a nightmare. Not only is it the ugliest gun I've ever seen, but the first day I had it, I broke the firing pin. The damn thing's fragile. You know, I just dry fired it like 3 times, and it broke the firing pin. So had to get that replaced, and ever since I got that replaced, I don't trust this little gun. Wouldn't do anything with it. It's perfectly functional and everything, but, you know, it lost my trust. So if they still made them, I'd say those, but they don't make those anymore. The smallest gun they make now is the little Bobcat. And you know, I'm not thrilled about those. I don't think they're great. And the thing I don't like about them is I think Taurus does it better, because Taurus has a fully formed trigger guard on them. The little Bobcats, they've got this little folded piece of metal that's just stuck in there. And it looks like a really cheap design. And I don't like it. But me not liking something doesn't make it the worst gun they offer, because if you want a little gun in that caliber, that's one of the few options you got, and it's a good, reliable gun. So, no, the gun that I'm going to say is the worst, and it's not the APX. A lot of people are going to think it's the APX. I like the APX. I think it's a perfectly fine gun. I don't like striker fired, but it's a fine gun. No, the worst gun they make, oddly enough, is a 90 series gun. But it's a 90 series gun where they took everything about the 90 series that makes it great and said, well, let's get rid of that. I don't want that on there. Oh, that makes it good. Let's change everything that actually works on the 92 and that actually makes it one of the best guns ever and just do away with it. And the gun is the 92XI, the single action only 90 series gun. This gun takes the safety and moves it to the frame. But since it does, it takes away the decocking function. So this gun does not have a double action feature. It is single action only. One of the best things about the Beretta 90 series guns is they're hammer fired, double action, single action. They have decockers, and if you wanted a safety. This takes away the double action, takes away the decocker, just makes it like basically a 1911. It's like a 1911 with no grip safety. Functions in pretty much the same way. And that's nothing like a Beretta. And I think people have agreed with me because the sales of them have been abysmal. They can't give this gun away practically. So that's why they came out with the GTS, the new models that actually have the safety and decocker on the frame instead of the slide, which I didn't think ever needed to be done, but they did it. And I still want one, even though I don't think it's necessary. I like the safety decocker where it was. Works just fine if you know how to use it. And I've got videos on that also, if you want to watch one of those. But making that a single action only gun with no decocker, just, you know, you can't have a decocker on a single action or you're basically just making it useless. That just ruined what a 90 series gun is. And like I said, I think most Beretta fans agree with me because they aren't selling. They didn't sell at all. That's why they came up, like I said, with the GTSs, which stands for Type G Twin Sear, which means it now does have a decocker. Now you push it up to decock, and then it just comes back down. There's no safety. It's a G-type, and it's got a twin sear so that they can actually decock now. But they did that, and now those are actually selling because those are good. Those still maintain the heart of the 92. They're still double action, single action, hammer fired with a decocker. They're a true G-type 92. It's just the location of the safety is different. But on the 92XI, It just ruined everything about the gun. It made it a 1911 that kind of looks like a Beretta. And I didn't like that, and apparently neither did most of their buyers because, like I said, they are not selling. I spoke to one of the Beretta reps not too long ago, and he said he couldn't give these things away 10 at a time if they were free with the purchase of another gun. So that right there is the worst gun that Beretta currently makes, the 92 XI. Those are my choices right there for best and worst. Do you agree with me? Do you think my reasoning is flawed or that I've gone insane? Well, let me know in the comment section of this video or come to our nightly live chats. We have them every night of the week at 6 p.m. Now, the only caveat on that is that on Wednesday, they're at 7 p.m., so we're not corking never enough ammo. And on Mondays, they're members only. But all you got to do is be a $1 a month member over on Patreon, and you can come to those as well. Those are very informal, the Monday night ones. So, like I said, those are my choices. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know below in the comment section, or come to the chat and let me know in person.